Hey guys, so today I really wanted to give you all a little bit of something that I think is great for planning your business for 2017 to go along with our business planning clinic that I'm hosting on Friday. And this is for any realtor across the board, no matter your level of production, and I think this will really help you. So what I want to show you is our economic plan. And so what we do, I'm going to kind of run through it really quickly. So what we do is we start with your net income goal, which I'm going to say is going to be $150,000. So we can just use whole numbers. However, if you are wanting it to be $300,000 for your net income goal for next year, then just double these numbers when we get to the end. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start with your net income goal of $150,000. We're going to calculate, and I'm going to use about 30% business expenses, which would make your business expenses right around $45,000. So that would mean that you would need a GCI of $195,000. And I'm going to use my calculator while we do this too so I can make sure that we're right. You would need a GCI of $195,000 in order to net $150,000. So now we're going to come over and get to the fun stuff. So we're going to assume that your business is about 50% sellers and 50% buyers. So if that were the case, we're going to take your GCI of $195,000 and we're going to divide it by 2. So that would mean that you would need to sell $97,500 in GCI from sellers and the same for buyers. You can do this a little differently if you are heavier on the seller side or heavier on the buy side, but most people run right around 50-50. So then next we're going to divide this by our commission, which we're going to average to be 3%. So what that's going to give us is our total volume that we would need to close. And it's going to be the same for both sides. So hang with me here and let me explain it. So basically what that means is if you need to net $150,000 in your expenses and your average commission is 3%, you need to do $3.2 million of volume on sellers and $3.2 million volume on buyers. So your total volume would need to be right around $6.5 million in 2017 would be your volume goal. So now we're going to divide that by your average sales price. So we're going to just use LBAR's average sales price, which is $180,000, I believe, just so that can kind of give you, we'll just do general whole numbers. So if we divide that by $180,000, that means that you need to do 18 seller transactions and 18 buyer transactions for a total of 36 transactions for next year. So this gives you a really good basis of goals for you to be able to do. So if you're wanting to net $150,000 and you keep your business expenses right around 30%, which is what you should do, then that's going to put you at $6.5 million in 36 transactions. Now remember, if your goal is to net 300, then you're just going to double that, and that would be 72 transactions and 13 million. So you can kind of work with those numbers. Now we're going to get into your conversion rates. So what this first one is your seller transaction conversion. From 10 listings that you have that go under contract, how many of those are going to actually close? The average on that is right around 85%. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take 18 and divide that by 85%, which means that you need to take 21 listings to actually close 18. But then we have to do it one more time, and this is our appointment conversion rate. So if you go on 10 listing appointments, how many of those do you typically get? The average here is right around 80%. So if we take that, what that tells us is that you need to go on 26 listing appointments to take 21 listings to actually close 18. And you can break that down a step even further and divide that by 12, and that would mean that you would need to go on 2 listing appointments every single month of the year of 2017. Now on the buy side, really quickly, usually those numbers are about the same. If you go and meet with 10 buyer consultations, you're usually going to get 8 of them. And if you put 10 buyers under contract, usually about 8.5 to 9 of them are going to close typically. So we'll just use the same conversion rates just to make them simple. And it would turn out to be the exact same thing. You really need to know your conversion rates though to get an accurate number, but this is pretty dang close. So what that tells us is we need to be going on a total of 4, and I would probably round that up and say 5, just so you could be safe. But you need to be going on a total of 4 appointments every single month, 2 listing appointments, 2 buyer appointments, a total of 4 appointments every single month for you to take 21 buyers and 21 listings to close 18 buyers and 18 listings for a total of 36 transactions at a $180,000 average sales price, gets you at $6.5 million. Average commission of 3% with your business expenses of $45,000. That is where you're going to net your $150,000. I did that really quickly, but I hope you're following. And if not, I would love to help you because we are hosting I'm hosting my business planning clinic this Friday, and it is at Fort Bank here in Hamburg from 9 to 1, and it's open to all realtors, but you must RSVP in order to get your materials. So I would love to see you guys there. We're having a lot of really good feedback, and we've had a ton of RSVPs so far, so it should be great. We're having lunch sponsored too. Hope this was helpful. Thanks. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.